Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. Gregor?
Either way, all of it works. All right, so you guys are led off into the woods following Gregor, and you feel the stairs of the village behind you. Let's see how good of a tracker he is. Quite successful. So he begins leading by memory through the woods, and after a good 25, 30 minutes of traveling, he leads you to a grove of oak trees. And he nods and thinks for a second as he stops and goes, yes, this is right. We're going the right way. And then he leads you on another hour or so, and you get to a bending brook, and you hear the water coming closer to you as you travel, and it gurgles along, and river is just a nice normal river. And he nods and says, yes, this is good. We're okay. So now he takes a gander around. And he begins leading you north of the river. It's about this time when you are all begin hearing sounds of barking, and you hear like low yips on the wind. They're meeting your ears. You don't see them as of yet, but you begin hearing this as he keeps leading you on. Anyone have any actions
What's
to take?
that?
I'm gonna be like, yeah.
It's just more wolves. You said you killed one out here, right?
What do you want to bet
says,
they've eaten the body? I bet you if there was a body, they've eaten it, man.
If anyone knows what this is, it would be Dave Growl.
Yeah, okay.
Is anyone else concerned about the meta implications that the guy and his brother named Gregor and Nicholas?
I caught on to the first one. The second one's...
Those are actually... Okay, Greg is me. Nicholas is my actual brother's name.
All right.
Anyone more disturbed now that the plot involves his brother?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Does your brother have a
something
beautiful
you want to
wife?
share with
Are
us,
you
Greg?
jealous of your brother? You know?
Do you need someone to confide in?
This is all wishful thinking. Isn't
Perhaps we should find his brother on Facebook and warn him.
I think this is a true crime novel that he's writing after the fact.
Called If I Did It.
It's called If I Did It, the Gregor story.
Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna use my animal law to try and work out what the fuck this shit is.
Okay, sure. You want to listen and try to identify the yips and howls
I
here.
also have detect noise. So
You don't need to detect noise. The noise has been detected. You all have detected noise.
Does it sound like kobolds by any chance?
wrong for that.
Mr. Growl, can you define that howl? Is that an owl?
Mr. Growl, you know that this is not wolves. Wolves don't make these noises. It reminds you of like dogs.
Is it Nearb's bowel?
Kind of sounds like dogs, maybe.
Can I do
I
an
don't know could be a pack of wild dogs, but
Can I do an obscure knowledge check to see what
That's a scowl.
weird creatures live out here?
You want to know what's out here in these woods? Absolutely, yeah.
Obscure knowledge check, yeah.
Turn to RDD.
I think, is that just like an intelligence or a wisdom roll?
Intelligence should be obscure knowledge, yeah. And does it have a modifier on it? I would imagine it has like a -2, right?
Let me
Or
see.
I'm remembering wrong if that's not the case.
How smart are you?
Is this area known for its dogs?
Gregor says, we had dogs once upon a time, probably 20 years back in the village. We haven't kept them here for a while. It could be quite possible these are dogs that have been released or escaped from back in those times. We found that we didn't have enough animals to warrant herding dogs.
not even guard
Did you use
dogs.
sheep
Dude,
to herd
that's
the
confident.
dogs?
He says, what?
Did you use sheep to herd the dogs?
Oh no, we don't have very many herd animals, and we just can herd them ourselves.
It just says an
unfortunately, we're not
intelligence
a very
check.
rich village.
It just says intelligence check. It doesn't say any
Okay,
modifier.
then yeah, no modifier. I'm
Okay.
remembering that wrong.
See how smart
Excuse
you
me.
are.
23.
Okay.
You are quite smart.
Just a
this-
kobold.
In this area of the forest, You would be surprised to see anything too large outside of town, like this close to town. But you do know that large mammals hunt in this area of the forest. So bears of the brown variety, weasels, wolverines. There is occasional wolf sightings this close, but usually deeper into the forest. Scarier things in the forest include the occasional rumor of salamander and trapdoor spiders. Very scary trapdoor spiders.
This is the
None of them yip like dogs, though, right?
Huh?
Scary stuff.
Yeah, wild dogs could be possible, but they're not natural to the forest. If they're wild dogs, then they would have been, I don't know, they would have been part of the ecosystem introduced by people.
Sound like
You're fairly certain that you hear dog noises, though.
They're
This is
coming
the same day
towards
that we
us and sticking
encountered
it.
the Wolverine.
This is the same encounter table, yeah.
No, but the same day.
Actually,
that
there's
we,
probably no wolverines in this area anymore. You killed the 7.
but is this the encounter? The same day that we encountered the Wolverine?
Yeah, you decided to push on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
I'm sure it's nothing. Let's just keep going and find this hole.
The point being, I don't have calm animal anymore.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
If we find some
Longer.
weasels, we can pop them too.
The longer we stand out here arguing, the more likely
It
we
should
are
be
to get
fine.
jumped.
They don't sound like snakes.
All right, you guys push on.
Is this safe?
Okay, you guys push on, and you guys go another 5 or so minutes before the snarling gets louder, and a group of wild and emaciated, hungry-looking dogs come breaking out of the woods from both directions, kind of in a pincer at you. And I believe it is time for some initiative.
Shit.
God.
Yo, did anybody bring any bones?
We all did.
Let's just feed the kobold to them.
What? Dude, no way.
That makes sense.
Look, he's offering just...
What is your problem? No, he's not. He's agreeing with you because he's like messed up little dude. Damn. Right.
It's alright, all just get behind Alejandro. Oh, get behind Alejandro. I am so quick. I draw my fists.
I ready my bow.
I think the dogs would eat Nearb, but only if he had
All
some
right.
more lard on him. Oh,
Who do we have here? Dave Grau, we have a 13. We
That's
have
true. I wouldn't be tasting
7.
as is without preparation.
Rob, why aren't you rolling a modifier to your initiative?
Alejandro with 3.
I'm going to cast a spell, so I'm going to add that to it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Entangle.
He never adds modifiers to his initiative. He makes the DM
Alright.
do the math in his head every single time. For a year now.
What a scumbag.
Niarb, have you rolled? Am I missing something?
We now should definitely feed you to the dogs.
Oh, you rolled a 10. I see it now up there. All right, 10 plus some spell.
Casting time is 4, so 14.
14. Great. So with a 7, Artie, what do? You are.
Alejandro goes with a 3.
I have a 3.
I'm sorry, Alejandro. I misread that. 3.
Oh.
Go for it.
How far away are the dogs? Like how they...
They have broken out of the woods on either side of you. They're within like 30 feet as they've broken out of their cover. There are 6 on each side.
Can I... I don't have any ranged, so can I hold until they approach and like get how does
Prepare
that
an
work?
action sort of thing.
Okay, you what is so the way prepared actions work? You're gonna declare a trigger and the action. So what is the action you want to take and what will trigger it?
If you like, because I'm guessing like I'm trying to interpose myself on my party. Like at least the kobolds and like the other guys are the kobold is weak, so I have to like.
So you're gonna
protect him.
prepare yourself to dash in front of an attack.
Yeah, so like if they come towards me as I like stand, I'm going to like punch whenever they come like close.
Okay, so you want to hold your attack. You're gonna attack the wolf when it comes within melee range.
Yeah.
Is what you're gonna do, or the wild dog.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so you hold your action. Artie. You're
I
next.
put a little stone ball in my sling and start to spin it. And I say, "My goddess Ephra, please inspire my friends of this plethora. If we cannot beat these dogs, at least show us some hiding logs." As
Oh,
he
very nicely rhymed.
hurls his sling.
Roll the hit.
With a 19.
19. You're gonna hit.
Right. Is that a critical? Is that clear by 5?
That does indeed.
Yeah,
That is a
4
crit.
plus 2. 10 damage. Oh my god.
10 damage. Wow.
All right, your sling strikes one of the wild dogs right in the head, and like you see this indentation form and hear a sickening thud, and it falls in mid sprint and just barrels over, and it lies dead in the ground. Excellent.
Slings are the best weapon.
that is a fact we have learned. Luther, you're next.
That was a hit like John Wick. Oh, that doesn't
Alright.
rhyme.
Shield drawn, I'll advance forward into one of the flanks of dogs and attack them, trying to draw attention towards myself.
Okay. 15 hits. All right. Whatever weapon you use, you slash into this dog and you drop it dead.
Longsword.
All right. Your longsword hacks it in twain and it dies in front of you.
Yep.
Alrighty. Dave Growl, you and the dogs go at the same time. Do you want to go next or do you want the dogs to act? I mean, they're both going to happen all at once. Hank, you're muted, hon.
All right. I will attempt to twat a dog with a bow. Well, an arrow from a bow. Twang. Yeah. There we go.
Twang.
Twang. Right. I can't remember how to make right bow. Damage. I can't remember how. Yeah. I can't remember how to roll damage on a bow. It's been so long since I've done D&D.
D8 if it's a longbow. D6 if it's a short bow.
Short bow. Right. Roll 1d.
But you gotta roll to hit first.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Yeah. What's the to hit?
D20 plus your
Dex, is it?
missile hits adjust for dex.
Which is 0. Okay, so it's just 1d20.
But you might have specialization, or are you higher than level 1 or
I'm level 2.
fighter?
Nope. Hard.
Yeah, so it's just D20 then, probably.
Yeah. 15.
All right. Your arrow flies true and strikes one of the dogs as it charges at you.
So it's just 1d6 for damage, yeah.
Longbow should be a D8, I believe.
Short bow.
Short bow, D6.
Right.
All right. Your arrow flies true, but doesn't do a lot of damage. It just
It goes to flesh wound.
You see a single drop of blood.
Basically, it's the Hollywood shoulder injury. It's like bleeding copiously, but not actually affecting it in any way.
Alrighty, excellent. Yeah, it absolutely Hollywood shoulder injury. The dogs are acting at the same time, and they are all charging at you guys. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left. We're gonna have 2 of them all attack in pairs.
Anyone get
No,
Five of
except I'm always attacked last.
You are always attacked last. Sounds good.
So it goes after them. They'll only attack me if I'm the only one left.
Oh, okay. So then we'll just roll a d5.
That can't be every time, 100% of the time.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
ridiculous.
the only fucking thing we get as kobolds that we suck so much. Everyone's like,
Alrighty, Alejandro.
that's not a real threat.
The first
Take
two
care of the
attack
real
you.
threats first.
Right. Do I get? Can I get 2 attacks? Just 1 punch? How does that?
You get your number of attacks that you get per turn.
All
Right.
right,
So you will get in this initiative your first attack, right? But then at the end of the initiative order, you get your second attack, just like normal combat. But you've now taken your first attack.
Okay. All right. 16.
You hit.
7 points of damage.
You slay one of the dogs that is charging at you. The other one does not hit you, I believe. You have better than 10 AC.
Oh yeah, 16 AC.
All right. Yeah, it tries to bite at your throat, but can't reach you. The next set of
Got
2.
away.
The next set of 2 go after Artie.
Oh my god, no! Already has 10 ace. Well, he's on a donkey. Does that help?
I don't know. Will they attack the donkey over you? Probably.
My donkey has 13. Way better AC and HP than me.
Go Wallace! Go Wallace!
I'm gonna give him a D.
In orange.
Orange.
Orange. Sorry.
I'm gonna give him a D3, Neil. On a 1, they jump up and try to get Artie because he's small and looks tasty. On a 1 or a 2. On 1 or a 2, donkey. On a 3, you.
Okay. Whatever you want.
They attack you.
All right. Beautiful. AC
It's a
10.
hit,
That 10 hits you.
Oh, yes, it does.
Alrighty. For 4 damage.
Ooh. I'm alive.
The other dog
Not for long.
hits you with a 10
Rip.
It's okay. You
for
gotta
2 damage.
I live.
Alright.
Artie's
you're
at 1
alive.
HP.
We have 3 more sets of 2 to go.
Oh, God.
They attack 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Luther,
Yep.
you get 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm. Bring it on. I'm
That's a
a
6. That's not going to hit you.
no,
7, I don't think hits you.
no.
All right. 1 again. That was you, Artie, I think. No, it wasn't. 1 was Fuzzy. No, it was Alejandro. I'm bad. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Alejandro.
I think 1 was Artie, wasn't it? Huh?
Artie was 2, I believe. I'm just going by the cameras. Simon's in my first slot in the camera, so that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
That's a 20. Does that clear by 5?
16 AC, so it does not clear by 5.
Okay. 2 points of damage to you,
All right. Noted down.
and then a 5 misses you. And in our last batch, a 5. That's going to be on my screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, Mr. Niarb. You're going to get attacked here.
But my one freaking ability is we're attacked last because we're so cowardly and weak that nobody thinks we're a threat.
These dogs like the fact
all
that
I've
you're cowardly
got.
and weak. They want to eat you.
That's all I've got.
You say that. That is actually an
Does a
extremely
12 hit
powerful
you?
ability.
Does a 12 hit you, Niarb?
Actually, no. I'm 13.
All right. First one misses you, and the next one misses you. All right. That is their turn. You get to go, Mr. Mr. Niarb.
All right. Entangle.
Okay.
Everybody. Everything.
Everybody gets entangled.
They're all mixed in with us, right?
Yeah.
So the only way to entangle them is to entangle us all.
Yep.
Did we say
All right.
versus
We have
12?
ranged weapons. They don't.
But we'd be entangled in melee range.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, what do you think? Do you want it? Do you want entangle or no?
Hey man, I haven't got a choice. It's up to you.
That's all I got. All right. Entangle.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So they get saving throws.
Ah, so do I.
Let's see. 9d20. Fail, fail, pass. Fail, 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 pass. You've entangled successfully all of them except 2.
Okay, the ones that pass can only move at 10 feet per round out of the area. How do wild dogs feel about the ground and the plants suddenly attacking them?
We'll find
Does
out.
that freak them out?
We'll find out. I guess characters save on your turn, or do you want to save now?
Safe now, probably, I'd say.
All right. Save away.
It's against spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fail. You are entangled.
Yep.
I am too.
I will roll a save for my donkey. Oh, that is a fail.
All right. All right. It looks like all of you are failed. Great. Let's initiative the next round.
I should probably get my second attack though, right?
Yes. Second attacks at the end of the round. Anyone with second attacks at the end of the round, take them now.
Oh yeah, my save.
A 13. Do I have
13
any?
hits, yes.
So if I'm entangled and they're entangled, does it cancel out? How does that like?
you just
Yeah,
can't
that's
move.
fine. You can just melee strike them that are in your range.
Okay. I'll take. Let's see. That's gonna be another D4 plus 5. 8 damage to a wolf, to a hound, or
8 damage. You punch one into oblivion. It is you're a fisting animal quite effectively, Dave.
yeah.
I believe Fuzzy had a second bow shot if she wanted it.
Mute. You muted again, Fuzzy.
Anyone else have a second attack at the end of the round? Nope.
Where's my bow
Next
shot?
round.
Do you want your second bow shot?
Yes, I do. I'm just.
Alrighty.
Right.
You can pick out a target.
Same one I was aiming for last. I think that was a hit, right?
Yep, 18 will hit.
1d6.
Probably a crit, isn't it?
Woo!
It only will crit on a 19 or 20 if it clears by 5. On less than that, it has to clear by 10.
So 3 damage.
All right, 3 damage.
Slightly less pathetic than last time.
Slightly better. You stick an arrow in it, and apparently that dog is made of a little bit meaner stuff than the rest. It's still going.
So in other words, I just
Interesting.
fucking annoyed it. Great.
Yeah, you've shot it twice. It's not very happy. All right, now we have initiative time for the next round. Dogs go at 7.
Do I get 2 attacks per round? 1 at the end of the round now? How does that work for like a level 4 or 5?
Did you take your end of the round attack? You fisted?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. All right.
Fighters just get 2 attacks every
Luther 9.
second round, right?
2 weapon fighting styles. I don't know if I get like 2 on the first and then like 3 and then. how does
Yeah,
that-
Okay,
that's
so
what it
so
is.
the way it works, right? You get your normal attacks at your initiative, right? So if you're 2 weapon fighting, you get 2 attacks, right? With 1 in each hand. If you have multiple attacks per round, such as being a high enough level fighter or specialized, your second attack in that round comes at the end of the initial combat.
All right, so I should have
Everyone
gotten
got a
maybe
second
like
attack with that weapon.
But you don't get it till the second round of combat anyway.
yeah. This was okay, so it's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I'll just do 2 then at 1 more at the end of the round this round then.
Yeah.
Alrighty, excellent.
Are you like factoring
Wow,
in
slings
negative
go
to
really
hits?
slow.
So I have Luther at a 9, Simon at an 11, Niarb at a 13. Artie, what did you get?
I already got a 14.
14.
Yeah.
Dave Crow, what'd you get?
For what? Initiative.
Yes, ma'am.
8.
8. None of you beat the dogs. However,
Oh my god.
you can tell they are terrified of the ground coming up and encapsulating them. This is absolutely the strangest thing that's ever happened in these poor dogs' lives. 2 of them turn and flee immediately, unperturbed by the ground. The other ones try to turn and flee, but are held tight and only get like 10 feet away. All of you may roll opportunity attacks if you are engaged in melee and are holding a melee weapon.
Nope.
All right.
Why get it with fists?
Yes,
Like I have.
that is a melee
Yeah.
attack. Your
Right.
fist counts as a melee weapon.
I've got some near me as well.
Yep.
All right, I will roll attack roll.
You hit.
Might as
Are
well.
they not fighting back, Greg?
Yeah, you can get back attack. Yeah. They're turning their back to you.
Oh, but they're entangled, right? They can't move.
They can move 10 feet per round. Yeah?
Okay.
I thought that was the ones that resist.
I think that's the ones that save can move 10 feet per
Oh, they
round.
have to
Yeah.
save to move.
Okay.
Otherwise, they sit there and go,
One of them is able to successfully move. So 3 of them turn and run. The 2 of you can definitely get back attacks and do it. So you rolled 9 damage, Mr. Alejandro. You pop another wolf, another wild dog.
So
Luther,
it is
go
back
for it.
attack, right?
yeah, dude.
huh?
Right. You want me to roll back attack?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
14 hits. 11 points of damage. You guys are good at popping these dogs. All right, excellent. Dave Growl, you are next.
Right, I'm going to fire at the same wolf again. He's
Excellent.
good. And miss.
All right. You'll get there one day. Next on our initiative list, Simon, Alejandro.
Is there any dog still in my vicinity at all?
You have successfully been murdering all the dogs in your vicinity. You had 4 attack you, and you have murdered 4. So no, you would have to try to jig your way through the entangle to go get them.
So I failed my check though against the entanglement. So am I not able to move?
You have to save this round in order to move, and you only get 10 feet of movement.
Can I do that now? Like, do I have to do that? Like,
Yes, please. Do so now.
Shall see. Let's just Hey!
All right. You are able to struggle your way forward a maximum of 10 feet. You do come into contact with another entangled wolf or wild dog. Punch away.
Punch. So, first attack is a miss. My,
That one does miss.
yeah, offhand.
That one crits. That one double crits.
Oh my god, Alejandro.
I mean,
I mean, your minimum damage probably will kill it.
yeah.
So you rolled 15. I just rolled his health. He had 1.
So,
This was a particularly scrawny one you blew up.
I'm just like trudging through the grass, like just trying to get it poor little pup is trying to straggle his way from the grass itself, like, and get away. I just like put my fist out and squash it.
Crush its head with your bare hands.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very good, very good.
Oh, man.
It's in the moment. What can I do? Like,
Dude, you're messed up. You know that, right?
I guess.
Okay, so next on our list is Niarb.
That was the last one.
All right, I'm going to make a save to see if I can move away.
Please do so.
Nope.
Nope.
And so there's still some dogs nearby.
Yes,
Where are they?
you had 2 of them.
All right, I'm going to try to sling one then.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh. Save versus death, please. Oh, Neil, where's your list of things?
Oh, my list of critical effects?
Yep.
I got that for you. Hold on.
I think he might throw his weapon very far away or hit somebody else. How much did you fail by, Rob?
A lot.
It was a 1.
Yeah. But no, your save versus death magic.
Oh, I was never able to find the freaking saves online. So I was never able to find
What character class are you?
cleric.
It should be the same as Artie's save then.
Oh, yes, it should be. My save versus death is 10.
All right, so you failed by 7. I think 7 plus is you attack a nearby target.
7 is item strained. Item saves versus crushing blow or is broken.
Oh, save versus crushing blow for me. Your crushing blow modifier.
What is his weapon made of?
It's a sling.
Yeah, what is your weapon actually? It's a
It's a
sling.
sling.
It's like leather.
Oh, it's
Crushing
immune to
blow.
crushing blow. Literally immune to crushing blow damage.
No, leather has a 3 for crushing blow.
Ooh, I was looking at cloth. You're right.
Yep. But you rolled a 10, it looks like. So you're good. All right, your sling is strained for a moment as you whip it like awkwardly at an angle, and it like hits something in front of you. Perhaps it's one of the reaching vines of the entangle, or perhaps the dog itself. And the bullet wraps around and goes off into nowhere. But your sling manages to not get torn apart by whatever it ran into.
Okay.
And next on our list, Artie, 14.
It's surprisingly fun to have these dogs on the run. It's been quite so long since I've had a group of friends this strong. +0, I guess, on my attack. Nope. Ah,
Nope.
darn it, another miss.
Excellent.
Ah,
And Luther.
too angry to rhyme.
I already attacked, but I've got a second attack, if that's what you mean.
I think so.
Yep.
Nope, you miss. And Simon.
End of the round.
Yep, you get your second attack.
My third, I guess. Or my Is there anyone still like can I even trudge anymore? Anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, you walked up, they attacked in pairs, right? And you managed to make one movement, so you can attack another pair. Like,
Okay.
there's a second dog there for sure.
Does this one have any penalties to it? But this is like
Nah, just whack at him. You hit him. You double crit him again.
should I roll or should I?
He rolled 5 HP, so I'm pretty sure your minimum kills him.
Yeah.
All right,
I
you
usually
kill
like to
another one.
Just
Ow.
sumo slap it away.
How many are
All
left,
right,
Greg?
excellent. 4 dogs remain. Let us roll. Let's roll group initiative just to like get it over with.
I'll do it.
How can you not roll?
All right, looks
job.
like dogs go first.
Good job, Luther. Well done, man.
You had one job, goddammit.
I always roll high initiative.
All right, one dog manages to save and turns to run. This one is in front of you, Mrs. Dave, or Mr. Dave Growl. You are using a bow, though, so I don't believe you get an opportunity to attack unless
Well,
you're
if
special.
it's running away as well, it's gonna be like, whoa, dude.
Alrighty,
Run,
the other
buddy,
3
run.
remain firmly in place. Party, go for it.
Should I just go up and smack them, guys?
Yeah, let's just kill him.
Luther, you hit.
That's not.
Oh my god. Party.
I
4.
My god, I hit something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Alejandro, go ahead and make a save for me to move. And then
Damage.
Luther, you had one in front of you. Go ahead and roll damage. And Dave Growl, roll damage.
I rolled a 4 for damage, Greg.
Okay,
3 damage.
4 damage. You slay a beast. Alejandro, you are held fast. You are not able to move up to another dog.
Fine.
And it looks like 3 damage. Dave Growl, you have successfully slain the beast that you were shooting at this whole time. Congratulations, you did it.
Oh, poor little dude.
Luther, you have a second attack this round.
No,
Artie,
those
did
ones rounds.
you attack?
Already
And
attacked and missed badly.
I don't have a second attack, sorry, Greg.
Okay. Niarb,
Rob? Oh, he's frozen. No, he's here.
Nope. Yeah, I was just responding in chat. So I guess I can, if my sling isn't entirely useless, I'll try to sling something again, whatever's left.
oh yeah.
I hit something, I'm guessing.
Yep.
All right, so is there an injured one?
The injured one is dead now. It was slain by 3 arrows.
So I guess, is there one that's still threatening somebody?
There is 1 in your area and 1 in Luther's area.
All right, I guess I will try to sling the one by me, and I'll also try to save to get away from it. So 3 points of damage. from
Okay.
that 15. And as far as trying to save and break away.
You slay the dog in front of you with your stone.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I don't really need to save too much.
It rolled a 1 on its HP. It was no fun. Alrighty. And I guess we have 1 dog left. Go ahead and roll initiative for this round. We'll see if it can get away.
I got this. Artie can
All
do
right.
this. Yes.
Artie, you make the party go first. There is 1 wild dog entangled and in
I've got
front
him!
of Luther.
I'll kill him.
I
Go
got
on.
him!
Okay.
You sling him, you hit him. You hit him for 2 damage.
I've got him in the rump! Quickly!
You do exactly enough damage to kill him.
Aha!
And he falls and dies.
My looks like
No
it's
problems.
time for my slump to. Damn it! I need
Go
more
sit in the
wine.
room.
You people aren't even worthy of hearing my rhymes.
Oh, we haven't got the time, so.
Damn it, that was better than mine.
All right, so you guys are held in the entangle for a little while longer. It eventually dispels, and Gregor is wide-eyed and terrified.
Yeah, he was there too.
Johnny was hiding in a bush. Yo, dude, you're not going to club us to death now, are you?
He says, no. I'm so happy that I got the right people to do this. I didn't realize what powers you had. I've never seen the ground do that to anything.
Yeah, man, don't be trying anything.
Probably just the forest rising up to visit upon the murder in its midst.
So
That's you, by the way, dude.
Yeah, I'm a little scared of that. But come, I guess, lead the way on. And he does so, begins picking himself up with a little more confidence, actually, despite his wide-eyed terror at the battle. He begins to more confidently lead the way now. And it takes you guys a good hour, and he eventually finds a clearing. And after searching around for some time, he kind of points. And you guys all see in front of you a black hole about 5 feet around. The hole doesn't particularly seem as menacing as he described it. There's, this 5-foot hole around. It's definitely dark, but it doesn't reek of lilac or be particularly filled with blackness as he described it. And he will refuse to go up near it. He just points.
I
And
hop off Orange
it is.
and say, Niarb, would you lead the way? Takes someone as brave as you to...
I'm a little worried about standing near the hole. I think sometimes when a kobold stands near a hole, people kick the kobold into it.
Well, I would
I'm
never
gonna
do
peer
that.
down- I'm going to peer down into the hole closely, and I'm going to sniff and see if I can smell any decay or, anything.
I don't think I can push you. I think you're too fat.
But I guess you could lower me in. I mean, if you wanted to kill me, you could kill me right now. So, although it would be funnier to drop me, I guess.
all right.
So I guess
So
that
Brow,
benefits
you walk
everybody.
over and peer down the hole. It is quite dark down there. It goes, 20 feet or so. You can barely make out the bottom of it before your eyesight just can't see very much in there. It's
You mean I can
smooth
see all the way to the
surface.
bottom?
Huh?
You mean I can
Yes,
see
she
all the way to
sees,
the bottom
she sees
as
the
a
bottom,
kobold?
about 20 feet.
Greg, I'll
Can I see
I'll try-
anything at the bottom? If I
You
can
could
see.
lower me
No,
down.
you can't really make out anything. There's kind of lumps in the darkness.
Right.
Infravision.
I'll tie my silk rope to a nearby tree and then lower it down the hole and climb down.
Okay, you begin tying your silk to the tree. The kobold walks over with infravision and looks down. You see a nice black and white, of it. It's a cylindrical hole. It goes down 20 feet, smooth walls. You see one very suspicious lump of something. It looks kind of like a human that would be laying down on its side.
Does anybody have any ideas why there would be a hole? Is this a well? Is this just a
Sinkhole.
naturally occurring 20-foot hole?
Sinkhole.
Well, I only know one good way to find out.
All right, I'll go down and take a look. If it
Okay.
turns out to be a creature's lair, that there won't be any big loss.
I'm already climbing down. I've got a lantern. I'm going down there.
Okay, I'll climb down after him.
Sure.
Okay, excellent.
Luther, the dance is for you. Artie says as he performs a dance to inspire you to climb down the hole.
I feel very inspired.
Okay.
Let's roll that dance check.
Oh,
I want to see how well you dance, Artie.
actually, it's a decent dance check.
When you say inspire, Neil, do you just mean inspire? There's no actual
I think he
in-game
inspires him
effects.
pretty well.
Natural 20.
Please describe the brilliance of your dance, Artie the gnome.
Well, Artie's a cleric of the goddess of inspiration. So he studies inspiration. He has a lot of things he can do to inspire people. Dancing's one of them. Ice sculpting is another. Spent a whole proficiency slot on that. So his dance is he's a short, fat little gnome. So his dance is one of elegance and smoothness. He's got like a ballet-esque form, as he twirls about over and over with it, like taking off and putting on his hat as he does it.
His party hat?
Yes.
Very nice.
Which ends with a
I
deep
will
flourishing
try
bow.
to emulate his dance. I also have dancing proficiency.
Okay.
I would like
Please do so.
else.
Please do so, Alejandro. With your peg leg and all.
Yeah.
Can I use
Ah.
can I use my ventriloquism proficiency to just make a noise coming from the hole?
You throw your voice into the hole, and all of you seem to hear the voice of Dave Growl down at the bottom of the hole going.
Well, no, it's not. You know, it's just a zombie growl. It doesn't particularly sound like me. It's just like.
You all hear that, which she just did right there at the bottom of the hole.
What is that sound? Most foul.
Very spooky.
Hide behind Dave Growl.
Okay, dude, it was me. Sorry, my bad.
Your
Oh,
cigarette,
your
like,
faces
is
though, man. Oh, that was good.
Unfortunately, Alejandro's dancing ruins the mood at this point, as his peg leg just can't quite keep up with the fancy footwork of Artie the Gnome, and he goes tumbling down face first into a pile of like mulchy leaves. The inspiration kind of falls a little flat.
I start swimming in the leaves. Throw them up.
All right, so Crew
meant
Barb
it,
and Luther, you descend down the rope into this hole.
Okay, once I'm down there, I'm going to cast Thought Capture.
Thought capture. All right, please tell us what thought capture does.
These spells.
All right. It's from the Thought Sphere, the sphere so popular most people don't know it exists. A spell so wonderfully written, the first 2/3 of it is basically flavor text.
Oh, very nice.
Basically, what it says here, when it actually gets down to what it does, past the theory, the spell makes the priest's brain something of a magnet that attracts thought objects in close proximity. Basically, it goes through a whole big thing, all the flavors about how, like, sometimes when strong thoughts happen, that they get left behind in a place, which is why, like, you go back to the same place and you remember the thing you thought about there, supposedly.
Kind of divination.
So if there are strong thoughts, emotions, you can sometimes see momentary glimpses, basically, especially things like where somebody got killed.
Okay.
So if,
All right.
like,
Well,
the priest might pick up images from a battle from the point of view of a warrior who died there, or he might gain information about the victor of the battle.
You get a very clear image in your mind of Gregor, and you see him sneaking up on this figure, and all of a sudden, Gregor pulls out a club and begins hitting this figure in the face over and over and over and over until that figure stops moving, and then you see it dumped down this hole. And about the time the hole comes into view and you see this body falling downwards, you get an emotion just strong and full of pain and hate. And it's almost overwhelming emotionally. Roll me a wisdom or willpower in this case check, please.
All right. And I just tried to do it in chat. Let's try it again.
I do that too much. I'd roll in Twitch chat too often.
28.
Okay. You are feeling this like pain and hatred wash over you, and you realize that it's coming not from this figure that was dumped down the hole, but from something in the hole itself.
Ooh. Well, I'm already down there, right?
Yes, you two are down there with a lantern. Now that the hole is clearly lit, you see that this lumped figure down here is in fact a humanoid shape. And you inspect it a little closer. It's hard to recognize it as the face is caved in and caked with blood, dried and blackish. But there is a fine coat on him, the color and a vest the color of moss. And there's torn partially near the shoulder blade.
So it checks out the story. Does the hole carry on, or is this just the end of it?
You take your lantern around, and at this point in time, the hole is smooth. It's about 5 feet wide, so you're kind of like stumped up into it.
What do you mean by smooth?
Like as if it was stone, but it's dirt.
Okay,
right?
so unnaturally smooth.
Unnatururally smooth. And you notice a imprint in the mud in front of you, the smooth mud. The only thing that breaks this unnatural smoothness is some strange symbol that looks vaguely of
Lovecraftian?
Yes. it looks vaguely of tentacles and awfulness, and it's mind-bending and doesn't look right. It speaks of unimaginable horror.
Does this hole look particularly non-Euclidean?
No, the hole is very Euclidean.
Okay. No
the hole
giant
itself
things
is
around?
a cylinder, man.
Kobold, you ever seen anything like that before?
I'll try to do obscure knowledge on it again.
Okay.
Just going on down there. I'm just like I'm like this at this point. I'm raising myself over the leaves and like looking over. Like, are you? What the?
The story checks out. There's a body down here.
I could probably arc a loogie right down there and hit you on the head.
32 on obscure knowledge.
At least he wasn't a liar.
All right. So obscure knowledge. You know that sometimes curses can take effect from like traumatic or terrible events. And when they're strong enough and traumatic enough, they can leave traces in the physical world. These are most commonly found in apparitions and ghosts. But sometimes the curse is a little stronger, a little bit different. And you think that this very strange hole and its hate and pain is the remnant of some kind of tragedy. And you feel as if it is a cursed ground.
Can I do a religion check to see if I can like add anything to that or figure more things out with religious knowledge?
By all means, make a religion check.
Okay.
A 24. All right. You're very good at religion, and you study this image in front of you, and it bends your mind, and you think to the teachings of the gods, and you think maybe someone like Malchus would have something like this with his chaotic ways, but you don't think this belongs to any of the gods you've been taught. This seems more primal, more natural.
Spooky, scary.
So you're saying this is some sort of curse? I assume you explained to me what Craig
I
told
looked
you.
this over again. I'll explain everything that I saw. I think we're all fucked.
Well, it looks whatever. The curse was placed when he killed his brother, so I'm sure we're unaffected.
Now you're
by
a
it.
gnome.
Let's climb out of this fucking hole and speak to this guy again.
So who would put this thing down here in this hole?
This
Doesn't that
image,
seem odd? Yes.
it does seem very odd. It seems as if it's just part of the side of the hole itself, right? It doesn't seem like it's been chiseled or carved. There's no tool marks. It just looks like it's always been like that.
Maybe we should look around to see if there's any secret passages or ways. I mean,
Might
just
be-
digging a
might be a
hole
part
and
of something
sticking this
bigger.
thing down there sounds kind of strange. Maybe there's an underground temple we can get killed in.
I like take my hand and just sort of start digging away at the earth where the symbol is.
Okay. You begin doing this, and the earth gives way. The symbol seems to remain, right? As you dig away at it, the indentation goes with the dirt. Like if you dig away 4 feet of dirt, like that
Like it's
indentation remains, even if it's like messed up and in 3 dimensions.
So yeah,
But the earth comes away, and you can be digging.
getting more frantic as I dig, like and realizing what's happening. It's like this.
Okay.
This doesn't make any
You should
fucking
all
sense.
come down here. It's not disturbing and frightful at all.
No, we should.
Okay,
Let's get
dude.
out of here. There's nothing down here.
So
I'm gonna
now
start
this
going
hole
down.
is like 5 feet in diameter. The two of you are like
Yeah,
very
yeah.
close to each other, and this like body laying down here is taking up a lot of space. If
Alright,
they
so
get
you
down
know,
here, there's no way they
Yeah.
fit.
I said,
okay,
"No,
if it's
okay,
cramped,
Alejandro will just squish you.
I shout back up to Gregor. Gregor, you got any interest in retrieving your brother's corpse?
He says, it's down there?
Yeah.
I mean, clearly that means there's some imposter in town.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe we
Let's,
should bring the corpse with us. You know, with proof.
If
Maybe
the
if
corpse
they-
is gold,
if they-
gold, check for gold.
that's probably a good
Looking out
idea.
of the puppet show.
I loot the corpse for some sort of identification, perhaps. Like a ring or something like that.
You don't find a ring or anything on him. You check his pockets. You do find a handful of silver.
Cha-ching!
Take the silver. How much is that?
You guys take 6 silver coins from him. It seems that he was carrying a blackjack that was tied to his belt. And he also has a bow and arrow quiver, but the bow and said arrows are not present.
I turn to Gregor and I say, "Look, Gregor Gleason, there's gotta be... What's the true reason you've killed your brother?"
Says, I don't know. It was a fit of jealousy, I guess. I couldn't go back and be the coward and the one that everyone turns their noses up at.
I need to know more. Have you ever wanted to kill him before? Was this a spontaneous urge? Or is
He
this
says-
something that... A
He
feeling
says,
that
no,
has...
I guess I've always envied my brother, but I've never wanted to kill him. He's been nothing but kind and
Then, dude, why did you kill him?
me.
Maybe someone, told him to do bad things,
Do you feel like killing anyone right now? If so,
I
tell
like
me
to-
who
He
and
looks
how.
at you very nervously and like backs away. He says, no.
I just put up my fist like,
He shakes his
Whoa,
head
dude,
and just
we
like,
just-
Does anyone
Max-
feel like murder at this very moment?
Not really.
Alejandro feel like he always
No.
does. Thinking about
Good,
yoga.
no, I feel like maybe, murdering a few songs on my lute, like, man. Yeah, yeah.
Greg, how
Slaying some riffs.
making
yeah.
a killing.
Yeah,
your
right.
songs.
I'm chill.
how rotten is the?
I could
is
murder
the
a
corpse?
cheese wedge if you got
it
one.
is, despite the dried blood on its face, otherwise very well preserved.
Do I have room to cut off its head with the longsword?
Not really, not like with a swing. You could like saw it up and down like this, I guess. Is it
Well,
serrated?
I'll use a dagger then to cut its head
Why
off.
don't we just bring the body up and then maybe we need to touch the body to the thing that's pretending to be him and then it all goes away?
How are you gonna climb up that rope with a body 20
We
feet?
tie a rope to the body and pull it up? I mean, strong people, not me.
No, all right, that makes sense. I'll tie the end of the rope to the corpse and then climb up myself and drag it up.
I guess it's my cue then. Like, I pretty much haul up the body via the rope.
Yeah. Alejandro, you haul up the body, you throw the rope back down. Not crew barb. Niarb and Luther, you guys get back out of the hole.
There's
and
a really weird thing down there. Maybe we should investigate when we get spells back.
I dust myself off and say, well, it looks like some sort of evil entity maybe caused you to kill your brother, or just the act of you killing him caused some sort of curse. But either way, this is your real brother. Whatever's back in town, we should probably go and deal with.
you see a very ashen-faced person in front of you, Gregor, and he nods his head and looks downtrodden, and he said, I knew in my heart of hearts it was an evil thing, this brother of mine that came from the woods, but I had hoped that perhaps he was not dead.
Gregor, you
Yeah,
must tell us the real reason you were jealous. I think you've been telling us lies, and that won't do unless you're selling us fruit pies.
He says,
Pies? Dude.
I don't bake. I don't sell pies, but I'm telling you the truth. I've been jealous of him because he's better than me at everything. He's always been popular, and
Better
he's
at
always been
dying.
athletic and rich, and always was favored by our parents. I've always been lesser in everything.
Is this something you'd thought about before, or did it sort of come across you unusually?
No, it just was just that one moment. It just
Do you value his?
people bearing down on me, all their looks and them laughing at me.
Do you lust after his wife? Is that why you took his life?
Dude.
No. I don't lust after her. No, I would love a wife of my own one day.
Mr. Cleric, I was thinking that given that there was a strange evil symbol with tentacles and things in the hole down there,
Wait, what?
and that when Mr. Luther tried to dig at it, it still remained, even though he dug into the wall, that maybe there's an evil entity that might have taken advantage of the jealousy and taking control of him, and that maybe we should do things like investigate it and cast detect magic and cast detect evil, because you're a cleric and you can do that, right?
Me?
Yes, you said that you worship a god and it gives you powers.
Well, yeah, but I usually like to spend my time drinking wine, and I only get one spell per day, and that's not really, my forte.
The what, the where, and the why don't really matter so much.
Aren't
Just gotta
you
deal with this
literally, isn't it literally your job to cast detect evil and things?
It's my job to inspire when I'm
Oh, come on, dude.
not in the middle of doing something else.
Dire.
I mean, I could
Thank you.
try. I only worship a kobold god, so it's probably not going to work as well as yours. I'm just a kobold shaman.
Well, tell me, have you ever seen a kobold grow old?
No, we usually get killed by parties of adventurers. They always kill the women and children too for extra experience.
Aw, dude.
Seems like a good idea.
What? Man.
Yes, it does help them level up faster.
Alejandro, can I speak to you?
Yes, what is it?
I take a few steps away from him. You guys can keep going. I'll have a conversation with Alejandro via chat.
If we want to spend the night, I could try to investigate it.
I'm not sure how good an idea spending the night in dog-infested woods with an evil entity in a hole potentially would be.
That's
Why
why
don't
we
we-
go to the
it's crazy in the night.
entity is and spend the night there.
Yo, you guys don't watch horror films? Come on.
Well, do we want to spend the night with a potential evil entity in the woods, or do we want to go to the village where we know there's an evil entity inhabiting someone else's body and spend the night there?
We should just go to the village and deal with this guy right now.
Maybe we should understand what we're going to do. We can have
I
appropriate
actually agree with
spells.
Sean over there. Yeah, man.
That way, our cleric can learn a spell that will be good against it.
Dude, good point. Good point.
All you wizards and clerics, you just want to sit around and overanalyze everything. It's a simple matter. Just a blade and some monster that needs killing.
Maybe it could only be killed by connecting it to the body, or maybe the body can be used to expose it, or maybe if you go in and just start sticking a dagger in someone that the townspeople think is a local hero, they might not like it.
Well, we can bring them back here. That's the whole point of bringing the body with us, right?
They'll probably be very reasonable if you start killing their hero. That's true.
If we bring the body, then we can show them the body, and then they'll realize that the thing in their midst is unnatural. But no, if you want to sleep in these woods, then so be it. I sit down on the ground and pull out a ration. Let's sleep.
All right, should we pick some spells to deal with this thing? What do you think? What kind of spells?
Well, detect magic, probably, on the whole.
Gregor, as soon as you say, let's sleep here and sit down, is like, no, I will not come out here at night. I'm not staying here. You guys can stay out here if you want, but this is not happening.
Well,
we don't really need
can we
him
find
anyway.
our way back here? How far out of town is this?
You guys traveled for a couple of hours.
Yeah, you'll be fine going back on your own, right, man?
What?
No.
We should go back too, I say from my conversation with Alejandro. I don't want to sleep out here. There's
Look.
Flies
It
and
seems like the
bugs
best
and-
idea.
and
It's a bad idea, but it's the best idea.
I still think we should go back, but
What are you, chicken?
well, I don't see the point of sleeping here. Let's just go back and deal with this thing now.
There's no room to set up my tent, and it'd be weird to sleep.
Well, we just
Under
said it
the
back in the woods a
stars.
bit. What do you mean? No room to set.
That's true. There's not a lot of room outside.
But there's all
the
these
world.
logs and dead dogs. There's gravel on the ground, and it would be hard to sleep. I wouldn't get the sleep that makes my thinking so profound
You mean deep?
and deep.
Deep would have been a good go-to for that. With sleep.
Wait.
You know,
Kobold, are you sure you're not actually a gnome? Because you're better at rhyming.
Because
than-
gnomes have lots of friends and people like them.
Dave Growl, I've had quite enough of that foul smell coming from your general area.
Foul.
Owl smell?
Foul.
Dude, I watched last week, okay? This is just manly musk. Ladies
Last week
love
or
it.
last month?
Last week. The ladies love it.
Last
I
week
told
was
you that.
last month.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't? What day is it?
I don't know, man, but it definitely wasn't.
He was in a different continent last week. Last week he was European. Now he's something
What,
different.
what week is it?
What year is it? Who am I? I'm having a crisis. No, dude. Okay.
Fine. Okay, let's head back to the
Stop hitting
village.
the pixie dust
We
so
can come
hard.
back in the morning.
That's
Do we
true.
really?
We can
No.
come back. We could sleep somewhere nice.
All right, man. All
At
right.
least then we'll have someone to give us a warning. More monsters show up. Then there's something that rhymes with up.
That's true. Poor Niarv is too stupid to be properly afraid of things. You big people understand the right things to be afraid of. The threats that face us better than poor Niarv.
Gregor says, I agree. The gnome is right and the kobold is stupid. Come on, let's all go back to the village.
Stand back up. Ugh, make up your goddamn minds. Start walking out of the forest. Back towards the village.
I turn to Niarp. I don't think you're stupid.
So question, are we just putting the dead body on the mule?
Not on Orange. Orange is my mount. You guys are gonna have to carry it.
Yeah.
Can we not just drag it behind us? It's still tied to the, or tie it
I
up to the
mean, you
rope a bit.
could, yeah.
Could we build like a little sort of
Sledge.
kind of thing? You know, that the donkey can pull, just like 2 logs and some branches and a little bit of rope and things. You know, just tie
Yeah.
the body to that.
I mean, that shouldn't be too hard. You are in a forest. There's fallen wood and there's fresh wood if you need to chop some off. You can make a little sled. You're gonna have to probably need.
Corpse?
We can use the silk rope
Probably
to
gonna
wind
need
it all
a bunch of
together.
rope.
Yeah, well, we got silk rope, right?
I'm
Or
sorry.
we can get.
Okay, so in order to make the sled, I think you're probably gonna have to cut your rope in half, right? So you can use like 25 feet to bind the sled up so it's like stable and in place, and then you're gonna have to be able to tie it right to your donkey.
Well, I
That's
think
gonna-
what you can do is like attach. I think what she was saying is attach like 2 poles, one on each side of the saddle.
Yeah.
Like tie them to the saddle, and then you run rope going back and forth. Like the poles extend past the back of the donkey.
Mhm.
Then you
I see.
run
I see.
poles
So you're not making a sled so much as you are like a basket. Sure.
No,
It's-
there's a
it's-
specific name for it. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I forget that the poles drag along on the ground behind it. That's how they got Old Yeller back
I know what you're talking
to the
about.
house after he got
Yeah,
attacked
yeah.
by-
I mean, that's doable. Like, if this was an important thing, I would make you roll for the rope to like not come unraveled, but you're fine for a couple hours of travel. Yes, you spend a good half hour, 45 minutes next to the hole, gathering like nice long pieces of wood that you can tie to the saddle, and you weave a netting basically underneath, and then lay the body on it, and it'll drag behind you.
Great.
So basically, we've gone full weekend at Bernie's right now.
Yes, pretty much. Grandma's dead
I
on
was
top
trying
of
to
the car.
figure out how to work that in somewhere.
I just went with it.
All right. So you guys begin trekking back through the forest. It's getting late in the day, but fortunately for you, night does not fall on you in the forest. And the sun is setting to the east of town, to the west of town. I'm an idiot. As you approach through the fields, you recognize that all the farm animals are in their pens, and there's no one out in the fields anymore at this time. It seems like there's quite a few fires going on inside of these cottages. You see smoke coming out of like makeshift chimneys, and you see the same coming from that kind of centrally located single building where the mug like sign hangs. Neil, we are almost an hour more. Is this a good time?
Yeah, we've been going for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Why don't we break here, and we'll come up on the other side of the break, and we will deal with the town.
See you guys in a few minutes.